Now we over to this. All right, we are, thank you, Carrie, 6 o'clock, here we are. We've got a quorum with Steve on Zoom, so we will be doing roll call votes tonight. First order of business is to accept the minutes of the July 24th and the 30th special meeting and the 31st regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Any questions, discussion on either set? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, Pete?
Aye.
Lauren?
Aye.
Shay, aye. Melissa?
Aye.
Steve? Now's your chance, Steve.
Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
oh.
Go ahead, Steve.
Aye.
Well done, well done.
God,
All right. All right, visitors' comments, there does not appear to be anybody here. Ferry service update, we've got the appointment later on in the agenda, I don't have any other updates that I'm aware of. Sea level rise update, our next meeting is the 20th, and then there is a goodbye, sort of small reception for Liv, who is ending her fellowship at the end of this month. It's going to be on the 27th, on the porch at the ICC. So anyone that wants to stop by from 5 to 6 and say hi and wish her well, please do so.
On which day?
Tuesday, the 27th, 5 p.m. Thank you. And we received word that we were awarded $75,000 to continue our planning efforts, so.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
That's it. Any other questions? All right, Lauren.
I don't have an update, but I just wish we're getting very close to having some key things pinned down on the Up Island Public Safety Garage. And not there yet, but it just feels like someone's about ready to do a layup and it's gonna go in the basket. I know it. And not really a sports analogy.
Worked out well.
That's good.
Any questions for Lauren? All right, next up, upcoming meetings and subcommittee reports, the MDOT public meeting on August 22nd, 6 p.m. at the town office. Planning board meeting August 26th. I just mentioned the Sea Level Rise Committee meeting. Is there any other committee meetings or subcommittee reports?
Subcommittee report for Lighthouse. I just received word from Ken today that they have received $13,405 in renovation donations with the mailer that went out. And they've recently been able to start accepting credit cards down at the Lighthouse, which has been amazing work from Janet to get all of that going. Over 1 week span, it went from over each day had over 75% of all of their sales was done through credit card. And the totals, Brian was telling me, it was 200% increase in sales from year to bearing that week from last year to this year. And so it's really coming along and that's helping them out tremendously with getting to their goals.
That's Rachel's daughter that set up that system, I understand.
She's working it.
Yeah, okay,
And Yvette.
yeah.
They've done such a great job.
Any other subcommittee reports? All right.
Well, I was just gonna comment that last night they had a little get together at the Lighthouse to celebrate the fact that the model was back.
The Puma.
Yeah, it was a really sweet event. They had the captain of the boat found the Puma after the storm. And as well as the fellow, I don't remember his name.
Walter.
Yeah,
Wally.
who rebuilt it, fixed it all up again, so it was just really sweet. Anyway, I just mention that. Nice.
All right, Janet, town manager's report.
All right, I've given you the Lighthouse Committee minutes from July 25th. Bar Harbor Wealth Management, our July sub-accounting. I told Shay mentioned that grant infrastructure. Adaption fund. And email, excuse me. I don't want to stop talking. Email from the DOT, a formal notice of the public meeting on the 22nd. They're about to upgrade to the ferry terminal, Islesboro Ferry Terminal. So we received on August 2nd, a $100 donation from Ed Bacon for childcare at future town meetings.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. It wasn't, we would have paid them, we just couldn't find them.
Right. Money wasn't the issue.
Yeah. But anyway, that's very nice, and we'll make sure it gets used. And we have an 8/7 email from Fred Porter, who is the vice chair of the Safe Roads Committee, and Jeff Galazzo, who is the chair, recommending closing this committee. Neither of them really have the time, and it hasn't been that
Well attended.
well attended, so.
Is that something that we need a formal motion
Yeah,
from
I
the
think so.
select board?
And then I'll just put on that listing that it was ended this date, you know. Yeah.
Second,
Any
It's on there.
further questions, discussion? I appreciate Fred, you, kind of asking for action on that rather than just sort of continuing to let it flounder. I think that's, a good idea and we can always re-engage if we need to.
Thank you.
All right,
I
all,
want to let you know. and
well,
y'all-
we've got a motion and a second on the floor.
Oh, you didn't do that.
Did- All those in favor, Melissa?
Aye.
Warren, Peter? Steve?
Aye.
Shay, aye.
Aye. Okay,
Double
aye.
aye. I wanted to let you know, and you all know because you've received your broadband bills, but Tina sent out on the 7th, 677 broadband bills. Coming in at just over $250,000. And people just flocking in to pay. And I mentioned, well, I heard you talk about it earlier, but the meeting wasn't open about the structure of Karen Dick Silly's home that burned on the 8th. And means to, there's ways people are donating and a GoFundMe and various other. Haven't heard the funny update lately, but it was late, high 70s,
77,000.
so.
And the meal train is filled through next Wednesday.
Did you get the boxes moving?
I have not yet. I asked him if he wanted it yet. Pete's also been able to raise quite a bit of money.
so there, one way to contribute, I understood, so I gave money through Jen McFarland.
Mhm.
There's also the GoFundMe, there's also Pete Anderson. And there's the community fund.
Yes, they're
So-
helping them, you probably could
So-
designate it.
Be interesting to. you
Well,
know,
Melissa is collecting it.
Yeah, if anybody wants to, just send a check. If they don't want to go through any of the things, we're accepting, you can just make the check out to Dick Silly and send it to me at the school.
Yeah, I already contributed through.
No, I meant anybody. in
Yeah,
the
other
world.
members.
It looks like Maggie has her hand raised. Go ahead, Maggie.
Hi, the Second Baptist Church is also collecting for them.
And both stores have, open accounts for them, Durkee's and the Island Market also.
So you can donate to those.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good.
It's a great community effort and great response from our fire and emergency response
Mm.
teams and from Lincolnville, I understand.
I
came
know,
over
that was
too.
amazing.
So,
Thank you. that was
thank
nice.
you to everyone.
I just want to interject with a comment that Mert said, more reason why we need an up Island Public School.
Yeah, that way Dick could have run over.
Told
and-
me, I might put it in the
Still
paper.
fireman Up there at the.
Yeah.
I used to be a fireman. You all know this too. On the 13th, the roads were striped. Finally. Are you happy, Pete? Did you notice?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I noticed the minute did they do them really early in the morning?
No, he didn't get over here till 10 or so, and then,
Oh.
I don't know if you.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
I drove by them.
You didn't drive in that nice yellow.
I said I was driving.
Right down the-
I tried, well, I was looking for the no passing or the passing, new passing zones. I didn't see
Oh.
any, but go ahead.
All right, and my last bit of news, everybody's gonna love to hear, on the 20th, that's next Tuesday, taxes will be committed.
Okay.
So tax bills will go out week or 10 days following that. Oh, good.
Boo.
Any questions for Janet?
Woo-hoo.
Any other correspondence? Any old business? New
Yes.
business? You have old business or new business?
Well, let me ask you, did we I don't mean finally, did we put out the lessons learned and did anybody respond to anything? I guess that's Okay.
No,
I think it's too late. All right, well, it's too late to do anything then. But okay,
I'm done.
Okay. New business resolution of the select board authorizing the sale of the general obligation bonds. Do you want to present this, Janet?
Well, it's just going down through, showing you the amounts that we were going to borrow.
And this is the total amount that was approved between the two
Yes,
different
between
town
the two
meetings.
different ones, because they're up here, the second paragraph mentions the 1.75, and the third paragraph goes to the 866,332 for that grand total of 2,616,332.
And when we issue the bond, is that something that we draw down on as we need and we're only paying interest it's once we have it, we've got the full amount and,
Yeah, and in this case, we're gonna spend it. Within a year, I bet, we might not get this money till early November. If we did,
This November,
yeah, not till November, so we have donation money
right, carry us over until then.
carries over. But, and if that's didn't pass for whatever crazy reason, I would just have to go to the bank.
Borrow against it.
Borrow. Well, borrow,
Well,
so.
any other questions for Janet? All right, is there a motion to accept this resolution?
so moved.
Second. Any further questions, discussion? All those in favor, I'm just gonna alternate which way I go around here today. Pete? Lauren?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Steve?
aye.
Okay, aye. So Steve, when you get off, well, I guess we have enough that you don't necessarily need to, but there's lots of things to sign tonight, so when you get back on dry land, if you want to come in and sign things, stretch your hand out.
Okay. But you're not, but you guys aren't open on Saturdays, right? So it's Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they,
I'll come in.
3 people signed.
You're okay.
You're okay.
Okay.
If you need anything, I can come in Monday, let me know.
Give me a rubber stamp with your signature.
I think not.
That's dangerous. Okay, next up for new business is the opening for the Main State Ferry Service Advisory Board. Exciting to see a lot of interest from, people with a variety of interesting and relevant backgrounds, so this is great. We've got letters, received from Peter Wilcox, from Peter Rothschild, Michael Giardino, Frank Start, and Robert Cochan. And just process wise, I thought if there was anyone here that applied that wanted to make a brief statement to the select board, that it would be appropriate to do so now, and then, if there are other kind of questions or comments, we will be taking this up again in an executive session at the end of the meeting. But I see Peter Wilcox is here online via Zoom, is our only candidate that is here. So I don't know, Peter, you do not feel like you have to say something, but we would welcome you, any comments you have about your interest in the position.
Well, I am interested in the position, Shay. I don't know that I have anything to add. I think you all know me very well, and you can decide whether or not I'm useful.
Well,
I think that you are very useful on many fronts.
And fun to watch.
Right. All right, perfect. Thank you, Peter. Any questions?
Was there any kind of a, before we dive into the executive session, is there any part of it, any kind of residency requirement in this request? I'm just curious, I mean, it makes sense it would be an island resident, like year round, but
I think they all
I
are.
think they all are.
yeah, well, I figured they probably were, it kind of came up in other appointments in the past.
No, it's
Yeah.
interesting. It was not part of any
Okay.
of the posting. I do think everyone here is, but I think it's a good point that it's probably something that's important to articulate one way or the other.
Yeah, it came up in a previous committee meeting a while back, that we hadn't specified, and that it was a very important. like,
Well, some that
need to
have
be-
ordinances do specify, and
Right,
it has to be a resident.
okay,
There's
so.
other
sure.
committees that, like economic sustainability, lets people who aren't residents.
That's actually the prompt of the questions I saw there listed, appointees.
All right. Anything else? on this now?
Sounds like you fell off the boat.
I didn't hear the water.
Slamming his
Mixing
bottle of
it.
wine around,
Yeah, he's
Steve.
mixing it.
Oh, sorry.
Or he's cooking
No.
dinner.
No, things are dropping. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, if there's nothing else on that item, other business? Oh, Fred, go ahead.
I have a question. Is it a conflict of interest if a person is on the committee for the ferry boat that's an employee of the state?
It's a good question. I asked that question to John King before we posted it, wondering if there was any specification from the Maine State Ferry Service about who was eligible, and he was not aware of anything of any conflict there. Obviously, I think, you know, there are pros and cons and complications, and I think really it relies on the professionalism of the advisory board member to, you know, to handle those different roles differently, because John wasn't aware of any specific role for the advisory board.
Okay, I was
Hello?
just wondering because we didn't want to get him voted in and then find out that it wasn't kosher afterwards. That's all. Thank you.
Yep, thanks. Other business? Oh, we lost Steve.
Oh.
Next up, we will approve the warrant for FY 25 number 4. The total for that warrant is $536,839.72.
There's a number 3 payment in there for Ledgewood.
Okay.
On it so large.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah, the town.
Yeah.
Any questions? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, he's back, again.
Like Steve abstains.
Hello?
Steve, hi, Steve. We lost you briefly. We're just approving the warrant. We are in the middle of a roll call vote.
Yes,
You would like to
I'll
vote
say-
yes?
I'll say aye, but as soon as Fred came on and it said Fred, everything just, it just went black and nothing happened after that for me. So,
It was an act of God.
it sure as heck could have been. But anyway, thank you. I bailed and came back in.
But it's back.
Welcome back. All right. Appointments, our annual slate of appointments. We have a list in our packet of everyone, a question, or have all of these people been approached by Tina or Dave? Okay, and they all approved. Excellent. And I did mention to Janet before the meeting that are 2 additional people for the Secret Rise Committee, Peter Rothschild and our own Lauren Bruce. So we'll draw up the appointment things and do both of those at our next meeting, if that is comfortable.
And I already got 2 other energy people to go on the next one. Someone just contacted me today, Harriet Bering, so I said that will happen next time.
They've got a lot of,
Well, they've lost a couple. I think Josh Leach stepped down.
oh, so he's still on here though.
Well, because Dave did this yesterday,
Oh, okay.
so, but I've told him since then. And I've told that you won't see an appointment in there for him.
So, Anne Bertulli, I believe, is on the select board, I mean, the planning board.
Yes,
Her name's on the list, but that's okay, because
because she's not this year. They're staggered terms.
you told me that, but I still didn't quite get it, so, yeah, okay.
I know, I wish they all were annual. It'd be easier to keep track of. But the planning board and select board and harbor are staggered and the school.
Do I have a motion to adopt the full slate?
I'm afraid if I speak to your pass with that pile of papers. Alright.
So you move,
Motion.
all right, so I- any further questions,
Who seconded
discussion?
that? I'm sorry.
Okay,
I have a question.
yes.
So I'm looking at the slate of appointments, right? Okay,
Some of them.
1/3.
With there being, does that one say municipal?
is that right?
Given it on our hands. Yeah, yeah, I have an appointment every year.
Okay,
There's several for me in there.
right.
All my hats.
So is this to appoint Janet Anderson, for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't reading right.
Any further questions, discussion? All those in favor, Steve? Ah, called on you first. Caught you off guard.
Aye, aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Lauren?
Aye.
Pete?
Aye.
Shay, aye. Okay,
So I have to sign off.
oh, I just signed the top.
I was wondering if you just gave up.
Okay, we'll try to do our comments while we sign, if we can do that. My only comment is just a big thank you to the fire and emergency personnel and for the help with the Silly structure fire and it is nice to live in a community that steps up when someone's in need, so.
Yeah, I guess I would say ditto. I agree completely with that. It's one amazing community in that regard.
We triple it, but also thank everybody who donated at the Big Island Grill over the past few days. Made a big difference. Donations, lots of places.
I don't know if there's one ditto.
But I just want to say what an amazing community that we live in. And Pete Anderson had a salutatorian speech that talked about the importance of community and solidarity and camaraderie. That could be even revisited of how special this place really is. And thank you, everyone.
We expect that speech at the next.
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Should've kept my mouth shut
Didn't
about
tally, didn't tally.
that. 15 years back, I don't even know if I can find it again.
Steve has been.
All right, Steve,
Yes,
do you have any comments for, the meeting to end the meeting before we go into executive session?
no, I guess I would just like to duplicate what everybody said about the fire participation on that. That was outstanding. So I don't, and I'm also trying to log in on something else to see if it works. So anyway, I'm done.
All right. With that, then, I would entertain a motion to enter executive session first on concealed weapons permit renewal. Second. All right. Thank you, Maggie and Peter, and Fred, and we'll.
Ta-ta.
Have a good night.
You too.
Right.